Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of the Housewives of Potomac Season 6, Episode 15. If you were new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So we don't have any comments from last video, but I want to ask a few questions. A lot of people are state some things as well as ask some questions. A lot of people are upset about Candace's mouth and can't handle it. Well, if you notice, Candace is not the person to come at you first. When she really, really digs at you, that's because you come at her in some type of way and her mouth becomes lethal. And then after that, she's going to continuously, whether she says it to your face or in her confessionals, has something to say with you. She never comes out the bat with, okay, I'm going to pick on this person today. I'm going to say something about this person. It's always them coming at her first. And a lot of people I've heard on different reviews, watching other people's reviews and looking in the comments, Monique, she needs to come back and whoop Candace's tail. And Canary here on YouTube said it best. Now, I'm a paraphrase. You don't want Monique back because she's a good businesswoman or her fashions or, her taking care of her kids. You only see Monique as somebody who is going to fight. That is the only thing, good quality that you see in her, that she's gonna come on here and fight. And I have a question. If Candace were to get pregnant, would her slate be washed clean like Ashley's has seemed to have been washed clean once she had her kids? And it seems like a lot of people didn't start in season 1 of Potomac to see how nasty Ashley was and the things that she said. I don't know how she did it, but she went and found Juan and Robin's financial statements and seen how much money they had in their account, and then went and told the group. She accused Monique of being an alcoholic, and that's the reason why she lost her baby. She was up there talking about Ray and his private parts. She was all up on Candace. It's your mama's house. It's your mama's house. And so, my mama afforded me to have a house. But now that she's had her kids, don't talk about Ashley. Leave Ashley alone. We need to pamper Ashley and make her feel good. But Ashley was hell on with. Let's not forget how she treated poor Katie when Katie was going through mental issues as well as a custody battle for her children. So, if Candace were to get pregnant, is she going to get those same favors? Is her slate going to be washed clean? That's what I want to know. Now, on with the review. They're leaving the restaurant. Giselle and Robin are mad because their room doesn't stand up to their standards. We're used to better accommodations. What's her name? Robin, she's on her period and she don't want to be using using the restroom that the men are using. Giselle, she has a boot and she doesn't want to be going up and down the stairs. Wendy is a horrible host. Never mind the fact that they said that they weren't coming and then showed up late. Now, let's be clear. We all know that the show pays for the houses that they're going to be staying in. They pick the houses. This is Wendy's turn to be, okay, I'm going to be the host. We know how that rolls, so I don't even know why Giselle is acting like that. But anyways, you show up late and people would already pick their rooms. It's not like Wendy assigned rooms. It's like, okay, you can go first. You can pick this room. Like, first me and Eddie, we get in our room. And then such and such, you get your room. Such and such, you get your room. Such and such, you get your room. Candace, you last. Y'all get whatever room. And bam, boom, bam. Candace, she was a little bit salty, but she's not complaining. But anyways. G, he's still drunk and he's talking about when I get home, his erection. And the look on Eddie's face is like, what are you talking about? Please don't be talking about that next to me. And then they got to talking about Chris and his private parts and he act like he was going to show it. And Giselle, she's over there like, oh Lord, no. And then G was like, I'll show you mine. And I was like, nope, don't nobody want to see that. Then Ashley gets in her confession talking about everyone is always talking about Michael, but at least he knows how to conduct himself in front of people he's just met. So Bravo said, oh, really? You think that? So they went and rolled that beautiful bean footage and showed the first time when they met Michael. And Michael was attempting to, it looks like he was jumping off of whatever boat or yacht that they were on. His pants were hanging down to where you can see his drawers. And let's not forget how he grabbed Andrew's booty. So, what were you saying, Ashley, about Michael knowing how to conduct himself? Okay, we're not even gonna act like Michael is a saint over here. We know what Michael be doing. Michael loves to grab a booty that does not belong to his wife. He's done this several times, so much so that he had to go to court for this. But you over there, he knows how to conduct himself. Does he really? Okay. Chris pulls Candace to the side. He a little bit of a drunk. He a little bit drunk. She a little bit drunk too, and he's trying to let her know Ashley was baiting you, and you fell for the bait. You got to stop falling for the bait. And I think we all agree on that. When any of these girls come at you, too, just pay them a little bit of shade and keep it moving. You could have sat there and continuously, like, you did hold it in for a good little while. You was eating your food, minding your own business until Ashley wanted to start something. Then you started to spray her and Mia. And at that point, Mia hadn't done anything that she didn't require to be sprayed at that particular time. But I hope Candace get better at it. But I think it's her anger, like, overshadows everything. Like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I know that she's baiting me, but I'm gonna have to say what I have to say. I just can't hold it in type of situations. Myself, I would have been sitting there eating my food, and she got to ask my husband, "Can we not do this right now? We're having a lovely time. We're not doing this right now." How you doing, husband? Is your food good? Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. That food looks good over there. What did you get? Mm-hmm. And I would have paid her dust. And then she would have been sitting there looking stupid because she wanted to get something started and then play victim, like she tends to do often. So Giselle and Robin, they decided to go leave and get a hotel room like 30 miles away because there's no restroom. They're happy that Mia and the scholar were actually concerned about them and Wendy wasn't. But this is the thing. Robin really opened up her mouth and said, well, what if Juan was here? He would have had to share a room with me and Giselle. I don't think Juan has been on any of the couples trips. He wasn't there last season because he had to work forever for whatever reason. Juan doesn't show up into any group settings and hasn't done that since what, Uncle Lump's party, and that was what, season 4. Juan will film a scene with you and them boys, possibly Giselle, but Ron ain't showing up. But you really wanted us to believe that he could have showed up and he would have had to share a room with y'all? Okay. Now it's the next morning. Mia is complaining because there's no chef. There was no one to carry her bags, no one to turn down her bed. She's used to luxury, but I'm like, this isn't a hotel. At luxury hotels, yes, you get those things. This is like an Airbnb type of situation. And we're in the middle of a panini. And they don't really have staff like that on hand for you people. Maybe because I haven't, got to that elevated status to where I would love to one day, luxury locations, going to, Dubai and staying in the like luxury hotels and all those things. I would love that. But until then, I will stay at a regular hotel. There's one hotel in Columbus, Georgia that I would ever stay in. A few Christmases ago, me and my husband stayed there. And I kid you not, it was like in-house or in-town suite or something like in-house or in-town, something like that. The elevator did not work and we was on the second floor. Okay, the first night, okay, the first morning was fine. We was still getting ready and we was gonna go over to my mama's house afterwards. And the lady, she came in, changed the bed, you know, made the bed up and all that stuff, got the towels out, put out fresh towels. I was like, okay, cool. Next morning we get up and leave before the housekeeping comes in. We go over my mama's house. We spend a day over there with her, my nephew, my brother, and all that good stuff. Come home, bed not made, ain't no new towels in there. But I was like, okay, it's okay. I only use this towel once, so it should be fine. But it got to the point where we had to, okay, can somebody make up the bed? Okay, can somebody bring us some towels? Then, like towards the end of our stay, oh, we leaving for Christmas, so it's not gonna be nobody at the front desk. So what? The hotel's just, nobody's there to clean up and in charge. I said, never again. Will not. Not at that location. I won't. Mm-mm. So now we just stay at my mama's house. Okay. Where am I at? I think the problem that Giselle and Robin have is that Wendy is not following behind them, and she read them all the way down when they was in Williamsburg, and they don't like that. When you're not bowing behind us, then you're the problem. And she's speaking her mind, and she's being confident in the woman who she is now, and they can't take it. Now Giselle is talking about she mad because Wendy didn't check in on her when they got to their hotel. Okay, I can understand you being mad about that, but at the same time, when you sent in the group chat, we made it in. I know that you're fine. Why do I need to check in on you? You left like a thief in the night and didn't even let us know that you were leaving. And I'm still a little bit mad that you was coming for my husband. Robin talking about some she didn't want to share a room with the men because she on her cycle and they be peeing on the floor and she's a germaphobe. I was like, you made it seem like they was intentionally peeing on the floor. Like, toilet is right here and they peeing over here, going everywhere but the toilet. Okay. Wendy says Giselle is a mean girl and a bully. I agree. Because she likes to do that with every new girl. She tried that with Monique. It didn't work with Monique. And then she had a hatred towards Monique ever since then when Monique said she had 4 houses. Didn't like her since then. I think she doesn't really like so much Candace, but she tolerates Candace because Candace comes from generational wealth. And for whatever reason on this show, they don't like that. But the thing is, there's other people who do that and you have no problem with it. The man who invented the GoPro, he wanted to take time off to find himself. So he wanted to go surfing, I believe it was, or hiking. He wanted to do something outdoorsy. So he went to his mom and dad and like, I want to, capture my time off while I'm not going to college. And they gave him a loan of like $200,000 and he invented the GoPro. It's okay for his family to do that for him, but it was not okay for all the things that Dot does for Candace. Okay. So once Mia tried to get things started, because Robin was telling us Skylar how Wendy has, changed and like she don't know how she feel about it. Skylar was a thing of like, you are my friend, you brought me on the show, you introduced me to your friends, and I've become friends with Wendy. I don't want to be put in the middle of y'all, whatever y'all got going on. She don't want to be put in the middle, and she's She's one of the people, I'm not going to side with you because you my friend, and I'm not going to side with you because you my new friend. I can be friends with both of y'all. Just keep me out of it. And I appreciate that. So Mia was like, well, Wendy, I heard that you are no longer the same person you was a year ago. And she's like, who said that? Robin. She's like, well, no, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. Because I've evolved. We evolve. We are made to evolve. And if she hasn't evolved, that's on her. So when Robin comes upstairs, she's like, what's going on? Mia said that you said this about Wendy. And then turns out she got it all wrong. So I was like, why are we looking over the past? This is the second time that Mia then came with some mess and was wrong about it. But Giselle's like, oh, that's just Wendy. Ha 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 ha. No, we need to check Wendy on this, on her always out gonna playing telephone. Now I'm pretty sure everybody know what telephone is, but telephone is first person says something. By the time we get to the end of the line, stuff has been added and stuff has been subtracted to whatever it says. So it could be in your favor, against your favor, whatever the person in the beginning has said. Then that's like, okay, we fine, I see where they at, they see where we at. I have no problem with them, but they have a problem with me. And we just gonna keep it as that. That's Wendy's whole feeling. Then it was like, okay, Candace and Mia, y'all need to squash y'all issues. Candace was genuinely hurt because this is her passion, being a singer. Candace came on this show singing, and at first it seemed like, okay, she just sang, but no, this is what she really wanted to do, and she wants to have respect out here, and she's scared that what if this fails. Now she's hurt because of the low budget comment. Now here's the thing. She spends her own money, and it's not, as glamorous as some of these older artists are. Her project is low budget. Had Dot helped in the finance things, oh, you needed your mama to help you finance your music video. It's like she can't win or lose. Either way, she's going to be, they're going to be talking about her. And I forgot to mention this earlier when people talk about Candace and her mouth. Did we forget last season? Candace apologized, walked away multiple times. And the one time she did it, that's when that incident happened. Yeah. But like she was genuinely hurt about, the low budget comment because it wasn't even so much as you was in my mama's business. Cause, she know how that get down. And it's like, it wasn't even that, it was the low budget comment. And she apologized because I didn't know your mom struggled. And Mia let him know my mama, she was in jail for 10 years. She's been clean for X amount of time and she's working hard each and every day. And I'm like, I imagine so because I think she was on heroin. And like that is one of the, drugs that like you gotta keep taking it unless you're gonna get physically ill. Yeah, so hopefully she keeps on, the right path and everything. But Candace is like, I didn't know it was a you hurting me, so I want to hurt you type of situation. And my quickest thing is I don't know much about you, so I'm gonna say your mom. So they was all on a boat when this was happening, and Candace and Chris for the majority of the time were hungover and just sitting there like trying not to move too much. Like we got the hungoverness and we on the boat, and being hungover and I know motion sickness, that don't work out too well. On the ride home, G kept on messing with Ashley because Ashley she was back there asleep. She's like, I got 2 kids at home. I'm up changing diapers. I'm up feeding babies. I'm tired, so when I can give me a nap in, I'm gonna give me a nap in. But he constantly kept on poking at her. And although it was messed up, I was like, isn't it funny, Ashley? You don't like that when you're minding your business, somebody keeps poking at you. It's not fun, is it? And it seemed like once it seemed she was aggravated, and that was like, I'm going to continuously poke at you. I don't think she's learned. Because she was really getting upset, like, why don't you just leave me alone? See, this is how Candace feels when she's minding her business and you decide to go in out of nowhere and you keep going in. That's how she feels. So that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are also in my beautiful face with a video. You can click on it, you can like it, you can share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my people. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my people by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.